It's 7 o'clock. You're welcome to the Business Dashboard on City TV. My name is Abena Owusu Nyamekye. Our top stories. Ghana Revenue Authority upbeats the commissioning of Terminal 3 at Kotoka International Airport will boost revenue. Also on the dashboard, black market dealers of dollars deny contributing to the fall of the cedi. Still on the cedi, energy analyst warns prices at the pumps may go up due to the depreciation of the local currency. Meanwhile, the Vice President, Dr. Baumia, insists the cedi is performing well against the dollar compared to other countries. And later on, government to increase VAT penetration to 22%. We've got details of these stories and others, including exclusive interviews and analysis on trending business issues, plus the latest market figures to guide your investments decisions here on the Business Dashboard. Now, here is the first story. Customs Division of the Kotoka International Airport is bound to see a major boost as the Terminal 3 begins operations. Officials of the GRA are hopeful that a potential increase in fleet should translate into increased revenue for the authority. The disclosure follows a tour of the facility by the board of the GRA, from where Pius Emehia Eduku reports.
The Terminal 3 will accommodate all international flights to and from Ghana. The facility is also part of the country's vision to become an aviation hub within the sub-region. Speaking after a tour of the facility, the board chair of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Abena Owusu, explained how the new terminal will impact on revenue.
You see, we are basically involved in facilitation and also protection of our borders and securing revenue. So there are three functions that we will be playing here. Each one of them complements each other. And I believe that with the increase in traffic flow, revenue would also increase correspondingly.
A major challenge for the customs unit at the airport is the issue of smuggling. Responding to this, Mr. Owusu was hopeful of stopping the phenomenon with the improved facility.
If you have been with us on the tour, you would have realized that they've installed a whole lot of scanners. And of course, with the new orientation of the GRA, our staff have been primed to work more assiduously than before. So they will complement the machines to ensuring that revenue is protected and enhanced. That is our belief. That is why we endorse what we are doing today.
Deputy Trade and Industry Minister Carlos Ahinkra also tells City Business News how the new facility will improve trade facilitation.
This is a platform that has been created for trade to be enhanced. As far as you're concerned, if you have facilities such as this one, where security is the mainstay, many airports, many aircrafts or airlines would like to call this airport, especially the cargo aircrafts. As I speak to you today, DHL, for example, have their hub in Nigeria, Lagos. Who knows? Maybe UPS or FedEx is looking to put a hub somewhere within West Africa. As I can see, a facility such as this one provides or promotes that kind of situation, and it's going to be a better platform for any of these mentioned airlines or cargo airlines to be able to set this place as a hub.
The Terminal 3 project is funded by a $120 million loan from the African Development Bank. President Akufo-Addo is expected to officially inaugurate the facility on October 2. From the 15th of this month, all international airlines will depart and arrive here at the Terminal 3 of the Kotoka International Airport. And also, due to the improved facilities, the Customs Division of the GRA here at the Kotoka International Airport are optimistic of increasing revenue from the facility. For City News, I am Pius Emehia Eduku.
A major challenge for both government and business people currently is the continuous depreciation of the cedi. A dollar is now selling at 4 cedi 76 pesos on the interbank market. The cedi has cumulatively depreciated by negative 7.75% from January to June this year. Some financial observers have partially blamed the phenomenon on black marketeering activities. My colleague Nana Oye Ankara has been finding out how the form of trading is impacting on the cedi.
These black marketers who operate at Nema but want to remain anonymous refute claims by financial analysts that they hoard dollars so they can sell when there is shortage for more profit.
With the pay school fees, He will pay school fees, 5 million, 6 million. So he can keep the money. How I go get money to pay the school fees?
It's not true. They're just lying. We also buy it and sell it. We can't hold a dollar. So I didn't understand when they say we people are hiding the dollar. We prefer to hold the cedi than the holding foreign currency, because if you are holding foreign currency, when the rate come down, you lose. But when you have your cedi, you can buy a dollar, you can buy pound, you can buy euro, you can buy CFA, then you sell.
Operators of the black market in Accra ply their trade in specific areas, including Tudu, Nkrumah Circle, and Nima. My visit to Nima revealed how the operators find their customers. After interacting with one of them, I was told that the US dollars are sold from $5 and above. When we arrived at the Nkrumah Circle, a dealer quickly came near our car to find out if we were coming to exchange money. According to the operators, individuals, mostly business people who travel outside the country to trade, exchange cedis with dollars from them. The woman in your shot is a businesswoman who I was told was buying dollars before traveling to China. The marketers explained to me why they are preferred people for forex exchange services.
The traders who used to go either Dubai or Nigeria, they used to come and buy.
Let's say we feel give you maybe some 5 cedis, maybe forex bro, maybe some 10 cedis. You prefer the 5 cedi there than 10 cedis.
However, economist Dr. Priscilla Chumesi-Bafo insists the activities of these operators contribute immensely to the constant weakening of the cedi.
Because they are in the middle, the central bank would not have adequate information over the quantum of dollars we have in circulation at any point in time. Remember, the central bank keeps a track of the value of money in circulation at any point in time. If a given black marketing individual buys, let's say, $50,000 worth on the market and keeps it, that money goes under the radar. We don't have account of it, so we don't know. Such people can buy it and hoard and probably release at the time where they see that the dollar is rising to cash in, and obviously they are cashing in on the difference between the purchase and the selling rate to take advantage of it.
Although they are being blamed, the black market dealers say they also feel a pinch of the cedi's woes on their operations.
When the dollar go up and you buy it, that's how you can sell and get what you have. Yes, the profit. That's it. We also lose. We lose.
From the top, they know the reason why the dollar shoot up. So if you be anything, they for check them from the top.
I have $20. Now this is how much I was able to exchange my 100 cedis with. Although illegal, the black marketeers believe that their business is crucial to the economy as they make major currencies readily available for individuals. Although they will not accept that their activities contribute to the free fall of the cedi, those who spoke to me both on and off camera say they are ready to collaborate with government to have their activities regularized. I am Nana Oyankra for City News.
Meanwhile, the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, insists the cedi is doing well against the US dollar despite the recent depreciation of the local currency. Comparing the Ghana cedi with other currencies, Dr. Bawumia says the cedi is performing well.
The US dollar internationally has strengthened against all the major currencies in the world. Why? Because the US Federal Reserve has increased the interest rates in the US. And so when there is an increase in the interest rates in the US, you see investors moving money to buy US denominated assets. And when they move money into the US, it means they demand more of the US dollar. And that increases the strength of the US dollar. So you have been seeing over the last few months that many currencies in the world have been depreciating against the US dollar. For example, the Argentina peso has depreciated by 50.2% this year against the US dollar. Turkey, the Turkish lira, has depreciated by 42% against the US dollar. The South African rand has depreciated by 19.2% against the US dollar. In India, another strong economy, major market economy, the rupee has depreciated by 11% against the US dollar. In the UK, the British pound has depreciated by 4.29% against the US dollar. And in this context, so far this year, the Ghana cedi has depreciated by just 7% against the US dollar. In this context, the exchange rate of the cedi to the dollar has remained relatively stable when compared to the movements in other currencies against the US dollar. The reason for this is because of the relatively stronger fundamentals that we have in our economy.
Now, prices of fuel could go beyond 5 cedis per litre for the second pricing window in September. This is due largely to the depreciation of the cedi. The Institute of Energy Security, who revealed this, also adds that Brent crude on the world market went up by 6.25%, whilst that of finished products for gasoline and gas oil went up by 1.64% and 5.01% respectively. Currently, diesel and petrol are selling at 4 cedis and 85 pesos. Research analyst at the IES, Megdad Mohammed, says consumers should brace themselves to pay more at the various pumps.
According to the Institute of Energy Security, IES, the price of Brent crude on the world market went up by about 6% for the period under review. Similarly, the prices of finished products for gasoline and gas oil went up by about 2% and 5% respectively. These two developments have also contributed to the expected hike in fuel prices. The cedi has depreciated by over 3% against the dollar for the first 2 weeks in September. Currently pegged at 4 cedi 76 pesos, some analysts are speculating it will hit 5 cedis soon if measures are not put in place by government to stabilize it. Research analyst at the IES, Megdad Mohammed, throws more light on the development.
This is one of the windows that we are 99% certain about the possibility of the increment coming in, because based on our research, we understand how ineffective the price stabilization and recovery levy has been in cushioning the average consumer when it comes to the movement of petroleum prices.
Even though there is the possibility that competition over market volumes could see some OMCs keep prices stable, the Institute projects that fuel prices will cross 5 Ghana cedi per litre. Currently, a litre each of petrol and diesel is selling at 4 cedis 85 pesos. Megdad Mohammed, however, strongly objects to any intervention by the National Petroleum Authority, NPA, through the price stabilization levy.
Now, having said all of that and having questioned the effectiveness of the price stabilization and recovery levy, we are asking that government should come and take a bold decision on the future of the special petroleum tax in the price buildup.
You're still watching the Business Dashboard here on City TV. Still to come, government to increase VAT penetration to 22%. We'll tell you more right after this break. Do stay with us.
It's engaging, detailed, and loaded with factual and incisive analysis. It's The Big Issue, your preferred Saturday morning news and current affairs analysis program on City TV. Tune in this and every Saturday at 9 a.m. and hear the newsmakers discuss the top issues for the week.
At that time, Charlotte was complete. I'm not defending Charlotte. I'm talking about the way we behave like hypocrites and ostriches in this country. At that time, she was a perfect person.
It's The Big Issue with Sela Madonu on City TV. This and every Saturday at 9 a.m.
live music, interviews, poetry, and more with your favorite personalities. Be our guest on Saturdays from 2 to 4 p.m. for the most exciting moments on TV. Join Kojo Akoto Boateng for real entertainment right in your living room. Saturday Live on City TV and City 97.3 FM.
You're welcome back to the Business Dashboard on City TV. Let's bring you some more stories. Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta has hinted that government will engage relevant stakeholders in the country, including on innovative ways to increase VAT penetration from 11% to 22% in the 2019 budget. The finance minister earlier indicated that government will concentrate on improving the collection and consumption-based taxes such as VAT, NHIL, and among others in the 2019 budget. Now, the move is part of efforts to improve government revenue mobilization. There is more in this report.
In the first half of the year, government could not achieve its revenue targets, forcing the finance minister to go back to parliament for a budget review. Currently, government is aiming at raising about 24 billion cedis domestically for its planned expenditure. Mr. Ofori-Atta is hopeful some of the reforms introduced in the mid-year budget review will reflect in domestic revenue collection by the end of the year. He maintains that government is looking to rationalize activities in some key areas.
This year, as we said, we're behind by mid-year. We're expecting 24 billion by end of year. There are certain specific interventions we have done, both sort of in the mining sector, in warehousing, in petroleum. And I think once we rationalize those, we'll get a pretty good base to move on. Our ratios are quite below what countries of our size should be doing. And I think once we correct those structurally, we should be. So I'm really optimistic.
To help government meet its revenue targets, the Ghana Revenue Authority has indicated that it will continue to audit its tax systems used by large taxpayers. Speaking to some large taxpayers at a sensitization forum, the Commissioner General of the GRA, Emmanuel Kofi Inti, assured that the authority will continue to audit its own tax payment systems to enhance transparency.
We're having a situation where we are audited and then you are off the radar. The next time you are visited is 3 years before we come. What we did recently was to try to get to the idea of re-performance of audits. And because of the old regime, there were concepts where there were evidences to back the situation that some audit staff do negotiation with some taxpayers. So the object of the audit was basically to do some re-performance of the audits. And where serious variances are determined to get the staff to be sanctioned.
Meanwhile, Ken Ofori-Atta has appealed to companies to comply with tax laws since government will not tolerate tax evasion in the 2019 budget.
Impaling ourselves a lot with regards to, the whole tax structure and why we are underperforming. It's part you, it's part me, it's part a cynicism, a lack of trust, it's part bullying from GRA. So we all have parts in this, even all of us here. I'm sure if I take a poll as to who has filed taxes for this year, a lot of us will be found wanting. Okay, and those are all some of the issues that eat away at the Republic, and we need to talk about it.
Away from that, the Securities and Exchange Commission has served strong warning. It will revoke the licenses of financial firms that flout its laws. The SEC is also warning the general public to desist from investing in financial institutions which offer outrageous returns on their monies.
The Securities and Exchange Commission says the unlicensed institutions are able to lure the unsuspecting public via various mass media advertising platforms. According to the Commission, the outrageous interest rates of between 72 and 840% annually also leaves much to be desired for any realistic investment package. The SEC again believes that promising clients with huge returns but failing to disclose the risks or ability to pay are traces of pyramid or Ponzi schemes. Meanwhile, SEC has cautioned the public to be wary of these schemes and desist from investing their life savings in these unlicensed instruments. The caution also comes at a time where sections of the public are embarking on panic withdrawals over fears they will lose their investments following recent developments in the financial sector.
Now, a group calling itself the Coalition of Concerned Youth Ghana is accusing government of deliberately attempting to sabotage the CEO of Men's Gold Ghana, Apia Mensah. According to the group, Men's Gold is a private entity which gives Ghanaians the opportunity to invest in gold and gives them dividends on their investments. At a demonstration organized in Kassoa in the central region to pour out their grievances, the president of the group, Tete Bill, appealed to the government and the Securities and Exchange Commission not to attempt to collapse Men's Gold.
Since the inception of this gold hub, over 5,000 of our indigents have been fully employed and on payroll. Indeed, we say congratulations to Men's Gold because they are really helping Ghana. Initially, most people thought it is one of the fraudulent organizations, but indeed, they have proven to us that yes, of course, they are of high integrity over a few years of operations.
This is the Business Dashboard on City TV. We are taking a break here. When we return, we'll bring you some international business stories. Do stay with us.
Ninguém pode ficar parado. É só loucura.
Witness the twisted and tangled story of betrayal, greed, vengeance, and love in the award-winning Brazil Avenue. Carminia, a woman led by greed, gets rid of her husband, who is Rita's father, and sends Rita away to a filthy landfill. Rita finds love in Batata, but they are soon separated by adoption into different families, far away from each other. Many years later, all paths cross again, as Rita, now a renowned chef, seeks to pay back her stepmother for taking away her happiness as a child. It's a story of twists, turns, suspense, and thrilling action in Brazil Avenue. Brazil Avenue, coming soon only on City TV. Brazil Avenue. Wherever the weekend sporting action happened, we will bring it to you here on Scorecard. Every goal, every dunk, every punch, the winning strides, and the winning volleys.
Come international media, he said, look, wait, sit and wait. Let me have a meal with my people. And I think that's the same cool, it's the same organization he brings to the field every time I've seen him play. He looks to me like somebody who's played over 50 caps already. Okay. But this guy has barely played over 25 caps for the national team.
All of the weekend's action in one place. Scorecard, every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. prompt on City TV.
You're welcome back to the Business Dashboard on City TV. Now to some international stories. We're beginning in Nigeria, where the Minister of Finance, Kemi Adeosun, has resigned. According to Nigerian Vanguard, she resigned her appointment on Friday. Also, reports have it that Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari decided on Kemi Adeosun's fate some few weeks ago. Two sources close to the government told Sahara reporters on Friday that the UK-born minister had resigned, although no official statement has been released on the issue. Reliable sources confirmed her resignation on Friday. The 51-year-old former minister is reported to have resigned following pressure arising from her questionable NYSC discharge certificate. In November 2015, Adeosun was appointed Nigeria's Minister of Finance by President Muhammadu Buhari. Kemi was born in 1967 in London, England, to Nigerian parents from Ogun State. In the United States, President Donald Trump said Washington is under no pressure to achieve a trade deal with China as the prospect of new tariffs loom. The comments came amid reports the two sides could waive off a third round of U.S. tariffs. Now, China welcomed the offer of talks and said the two countries were discussing the details. According to reports, the U.S. has launched a trade war against China, which could see all of its exports to the U.S. subject to duties. We are under no pressure to make a deal with China. They are under pressure to make a deal with us. This according to Donald Trump in a tweet. Our markets are surging, theirs are collapsing, he added. Now the US and China have slapped tariffs of $50 billion of one another's goods this year in an escalating trade war between the world's two largest economies. The tariffs are the latest Trump policy to challenge the free trade system, which has prevailed for decades. Now, British Steel has announced it is to cut 400 jobs from its worldwide operations. The company, which employs 5,000 people, said the job losses were part of a streamlining process. Most of the redundancies will be in managerial, professional and administrative roles across its businesses in the UK, Ireland, France and the Netherlands. The Community Trade Union described the news as a body blow to the workforce. Roland Jang, British Steel's executive chairman, said he was so sad to be making the announcement. However, it is vital our transformation continues so we build a sustainable future for the whole business. Nearly 5,000 employees and many more people in the supply chain, he said. Now, in a statement, the Community Union said it recognized the challenging times for UK steel makers and called for government support for the steel industry. Brent crude rose more than 1% to $80.13, the first time it has breached $80 since late May. The rise reflects concern about the U.S. import sanctions against Iran that will target oil exports. Well, with those news of job cuts in the UK, that's how we end the Business Dashboard on City TV tonight. My name is Abena Owusu Nyamekye. For more news, you can visit citybusinessnews.com. Many thanks for watching. Do enjoy the rest of our programs.
It's engaging, detailed, and loaded with factual and incisive analysis. It's The Big Issue